Hey guys, it's Evan the Cat King here with another video. Today we're doing another tier list, Total Drama tier list. Today is all the winners of Total Drama. If you don't, that includes all endings, so basically every finalist, because technically every single finalist has their own version in the end where they win. So this is specifically what I think of them as a winner. Some of these characters I would put higher if I was just ranking them as characters, but currently we are ranking them as winners. Nothing else. This is specifically how I feel about them winning the season. Do I think they deserve to win? Do I think that someone else should have won? That they make a feel as I don't know. We'll get into it. Starting off, we have Lightning here. Now, I don't think Lightning was a great winner. I think Lightning was kind of. It felt like he was just a random. He kind of felt random as being a finalist. I get what they were going for with the Cameron versus Lightning finale. I really like that finale. It's one of my favorite finales of the show. But the thing is, I feel like they could have done someone else. I feel like Lightning was just completely more of a side character for up until the final three. Cameron gets him mad by winning immunity after riding him, which gets Lightning mad, and that's the only reason he just randomly becomes a placeholder in the end for a villain. I'm gonna put him. It's either C or D. I'm gonna put him in C for now. I might move him down eventually because he's. I don't know. He's not the best winner. He's definitely he's one of the strange cases where a villain actually wins a season, and I kind of I don't know. Either way, now we have Sanders, one half of the police cadets. I think Sanders is definitely the better of the two police cadets for winning, but I don't like the police cadets as winners. I'm gonna put her at B. She deserved to win. MacArthur didn't. I'll talk about MacArthur later, obviously. Alejandro. Now, obviously, you guys saw, if you watched my villains tier list, you know that I really think highly of Alejandro. He's like out of all the contestant villains, if you don't count Chris, he's my second favorite villain of the series. He was a great world tour antagonist with Heather becoming the hero. That was a great. I think that he is one of the best villains the show has ever had. But I don't think he's a good winner. When it comes to him winning the season, I mean, he's absolutely one of the worst winners. I'm giving him an F tier because there shouldn't even be a version of where he wins. He doesn't need there just shouldn't be a version where he wins. If only they had just made the one ending. There's not a one where Heather screws up and throws Alejandro's winning mannequin in and wins. He's one of the worst winners in the entire series. Probably the worst, but either way, this is nothing against Alejandro the character. This is specifically the fact that he won. He's considered a alternate ending winner, which is just absolute bogus. Skye, I'm giving her a D. She was so not interesting. Skye was not an interesting character. She was not entertaining. Pocketail Island is a very strange season. I have a little bit of a guilty pleasure for it. I honestly like it. I kind of I like going back to Pocketail Island because I consider it to be so bad it's good. It's just so ridiculous. But Skye is one of the more grounded characters, being just the athlete kind of, and she's just boring. That makes her boring. That makes her seem like just a nobody compared to everybody else. So, and she was not interesting enough to make it to the finale. She should have made it, like, early emerge at best. Like, she did not need it to make it to the finale. I think, again, if you've seen, like, my versions of, like, Total Drama Pocket Tail Island, I don't put Skye in to the finale. I can't even remember. I may have not even put her into the merge. Like, she's just not... I don't find her interesting. I prefer for her to be eliminated. Duncan is a very interesting winner. I really like Duncan as a winner. I don't know why I said he's an interesting winner. He's a good winner. I thought that I was really excited to see that he made it to the finale. Duncan was it was a great in Island, and it's good seeing them give him a win. And he was great. I'm gonna put him in A. He could be a very well moved up to S tier, but for now I'm gonna put him in A. S tier. I have two people in mind specifically for S tier. Duncan could be a third member up to S tier, but Duncan was just kind of giving back to one of the best characters in the entire show, especially at that point in time. He was probably one of the best, especially at the time. Him and Gwen are probably the two best characters at that point in time. So, and speaking of Gwen, she's going right next to him in A tier. Gwen was the main protagonist. She was maybe not protagonist. I don't know. I could see her as being a bit of an anti-hero, but, like, she 100% was the Mario to Heather's Bowser in season 1, and it just made so much sense that she made it to the finale. She's not my preferred ending for Total Drama Island, but that's mainly because Owen is my favorite character, and we'll get into him later, but Gwen is I think Gwen is a great winner. I think that the ending is very good, and I'm happy that she got to win in the very first season. You know what? Let's just go for Owen right now. Owen, I do prefer the ending for Owen. I find him to be just the unexpected, goofy guy who ends up winning. I love it so much, and I love Owen. He's my favorite character in the whole series. I'm giving him an S tier. He's not the best winner, but I have bias towards him. But again, this is my tier list, so I have bias towards him because he's my favorite character. So Owen will forever be an S tier character for me. He's gonna forever be an S tier winner for me. He's just. I was so happy the first time I watched Total Drama Island, and that I was so excited to see him at first make it to merge and then continue just to keep on going. And I feel it's just great. Cameron, oh man, Cameron's a great one as well. He's going in A tier. There are actually now that I realize that there are quite a few good winners in the show. Cameron gets an A tier. He was a great character. Him overcoming all the odds and winning, even though he's the smallest, weakest competitor to, like, ever be on the show. He proved that you don't need to be big and strong in order to win, and that I think that he really. And I thought that was great. You don't have to be diabolical. You can just win it by being friends with people and being smart about things. He managed to make it. And he was great. Jeff also gets an A. Jeff is, I think Jeff is, the Surfer Dudes are my ideal winners for Total Drama. It presents the Redonkulous race, and it's specifically because Jeff finally got his moment. Jeff was great in season 1, but then season 2 and 3, he kind of became a bad guy and just wasn't as good of a character. He just kind of changed a lot, but then they went back to Jeff's roots in Total Drama the Redonkulous race, and it was great. And him winning was absolutely fantastic. Mike. I see a lot of people consider Mike to be the canon winner and saying that, oh, he's probably the better of the two in All-Stars. I don't see that at all. I think Mike is a awful winner. I think he's better than Alejandro, but he runs under the same idea as Alejandro, in my opinion, because Alejandro's the villain. Mike is technically the villain in the show. I mean, I see it as in a way, if Mike wins, then Mal technically wins. Sure, he gets rid of Mal before he gets the chance to win, and then also you think about it, Mike didn't do anything in this season. All he did was get hit by a shovel, and then he didn't even compete in the game. He was just there. He wasn't even competing in the game for most of the entire season. He was kind of just wandering around in his mind, and it kind of sucked. I mean, entirely, Mike in All-Stars is the worst thing Total Drama has done, and it's such a shame. He gets an F tier. I'm getting. In no way is he getting any higher than F tier for me. Brody, he gets a B. Brody, he's definitely the worser of the two surfer dudes, but he's funny. I love it. Their ending. I think Brody is really he feels like a more extreme version of Jeff. Honestly, he kind of feels like if you combine Jeff and Owen, and it's kind of funny. But either way, Brody was great again. Him as a winner is better thanks to Jeff, but at the same time, I think Brody, he's fun. He's a good guy. I think he deserved the win. Beth, F tier. Beth should not have won Total Drama Action. She shouldn't have met a finalist. It should have been Lindsay. Beth, I don't know what the whole story on that is. I've heard that it could be because of Lindsay's voice actor having to quit, but having stuff going on, and then Beth was a substitute, or if Beth was just supposed to be the winner. If it was that Lindsay's voice actor had to leave, then switch it to Harold. If Beth was the intended winner the whole time, then why? So either way, Beth sucks. I don't like her. She's nowhere near a good winner. Zoe gets a C tier. I believe that Zoe does deserve to be a winner. I think Zoe makes for a great winner, but she won in a season where she is an absolute idiot, and that's why she gets C tier. She acts like a whole idiot. She doesn't realize Mike is Mal in the entire time. She's just it's not fun. It's like that whole entire thing. Zoe, she's the better of the two winners in my opinion, but she still sucks. MacArthur, she can get D tier. She's better than Skye, but I think that she gets D tier. MacArthur, she's the worst of the two of the police cadets. She's very annoying. At first, originally, I really liked her, but I was 10, so but now, after growing up a bit, I've realized, yeah, MacArthur's just annoying. And sure, I don't know. You might think that if I think that she's annoying, then I should think that Owen's annoying, but Owen's, I don't care. Owen is great. MacArthur is not as good. MacArthur gets a D tier. Sean, he goes top of B tier. He is the best Pocateo Island winner, and I will stand by it forever. The Skye's ending is just depressing. It's so weird. Because it's like she gets found by Chef in the snow, realizes she won, and then just gets carted off, and she's just laughing and celebrating while we never get, any confirmation, I don't think, that Sean is even alive. Like, I haven't actually seen the whole thing, but Skye's ending is so dumb. But Sean's is great. Sean is the best character in Total Drama Pocatello Island. He's the only one that I could legitimately see just, like, being a part of another Total Drama season. Well, not really. Actually, yeah, but he's the best character in it. I really like him, Jasmine, Amy, Sammy. I think that those four would have made for a great Final Four. But either way, I also really like Max, but Sean is great. But then, for the final one, Heather is the last one on the list, just like before, and she's the best. Heather is the best winner in all of Total Drama. The whole story of World Tour with her, or being the start with it, the whole stuff with her being the villain in Total Drama Island, and then having her big redeeming season moments in World Tour and going up against a greater evil in Alejandro. It's absolutely incredible. I would love it if Alejandro got a season of his own like that. Of course, we probably won't ever get that. I don't really see any more seasons of any returning cast members other than, well, the second season of Total Drama that's happening. But either way, Heather is the greatest winner in all of Total Drama. And she's also the greatest villain in all of Total Drama. She is very, very... She's just the best in a lot of things. But either way, I hope you guys... That's it for the tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!